Thursday, July 20th, and we are at the Box Canyon Trailhead, about to do the Lake Plateau loop. It's going to be 40 to 45 miles, depending on what we do. So yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. Incredibly long trail road, very long. Do not come up here if you have a small car. You will need a high clearance vehicle for the last 5+ miles. Otherwise, it's freaking beautiful out here right now. Kind of perfect. It is perfect. So yeah, should be a great trip. We're looking forward to this. This has been on the list for a long time now, so happy to be out here. It's about 8:30, so we better get out of here. Quick little update here. Yeah, the mosquitoes are pretty bad. It's very hot out, and we are literally head to toe in all of our cold wet gear. So yeah, it's like 3:30. We're 9 miles in. We're at Lake Columbine. Pretty cool little lake. However, it's very shallow and very muddy. I just got in it a little bit ago and
got 50 mosquito bites?
Yeah, probably, but now I don't feel them, so. But yeah, it's not really your best lake ever. There's some pretty good camping here. I don't know that there's probably much fish in this lake though either.
Look it up.
It's so shallow that doesn't seem that likely, but anyways, we got to get up over Columbine Pass, back over here, so we probably have like 3 miles to the actual camp. We're undecided if we're actually going to Summit, like we had put on the map as an option for us, but we'll see how we feel when we get up there. And yeah, it's 3:30, so we still have a ton of daylight. We probably have at least 5 hours of good daylight left. So we've already done 90% of the legwork. We've done about 2,400 feet of elevation and just under 9 miles to get here, so it's not too much further up to get over this pass, and that's the last of our real legwork until we get down. We're undecided if we're going to camp at Pentad or Favonius Lake, so we'll see what happens, but both are supposed to be really nice. And yeah, this whole meadow area in general is actually pretty cool, so it's kind of shaping up to be what we thought it would be. So we'll see what lies on the other side of this thing.
Bring a mosquito net.
Yes, mosquito net is absolutely life or death out here. Okay, we made it. Camped at Favonius Lake. About, I think we're 12.4 miles, I believe, is what we ended up doing. Right around 3,200 feet or something like that up. A very, very steady climb today. There was very little flat. It was essentially just a steady climb the entire day. Of the 12 plus miles, it's probably only like, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 miles, you think, right?
3 mile flat, man.
Yeah, 3 miles flat total across the whole thing, including the saddle on the plateau. But all that to say, not necessarily the hardest hike, definitely not the easiest hike. We're pretty tired though. Very happy to be here. We have a really nice campsite. The lake is right here. Again, we're at Favonius, and you got Pentad Lake right down here behind me. I'll show you my tent site a little bit later. It's quite nice. Collin's camped right over here. And skeeters are as bad as we thought they were from essentially about midway into the trip. Mm-hmm. Midway into the trip, it got real bad. So, yeah, I'm taking the gamble right now without the head net all the way on. But all in all, we just started a fire. That way we can kind of kill off some of these here. I think it's about 7 o'clock. We're going to eat. Collin's purifying all sorts of water right now. And yeah, just a absolutely magnificent day on the trail, though. I don't know that it honestly gets a whole lot better backpacking wise. I mean, just once you got to that, oh gosh, what was that lake called? Columbine, yeah. Once you get to Columbine Lake, pretty much the entire rest of the way is just completely scenic. I'm going bug net now because they're starting to take over. But yeah, you get to Columbine Lake, and the entire rest of the way is just absolutely fantastic views, as you saw. So really looking forward to the next day or two here. We have just these next couple of days, we don't actually have to go quite as far. We're taking it as kind of a fishing, scenic kind of lollygag through the Lake Plateau, if you will. So we're going to go to many, many lakes up here. Going to camp at a couple, I would argue, unique ones that most people probably don't camp at. We've only seen one other set of hikers out here. Trail's been fantastic. So, yeah, it's been a really, really good day. We had rain for maybe 30 minutes, maybe. But it was pretty light. And then otherwise, it's been partly cloudy and very warm. I just jumped in the lake a little bit ago right when we got here. And so, yeah, it's been a good day. Anything else, Collin? Did I miss anything?
Bring a mosquito net.
Collin's consistent comment is bring a mosquito net, and I will second that, because without it, it's pretty rough. These are some of the worst mosquitoes I've ever been around. And, yeah, I think this would rival essentially anywhere. But anyways, we're gonna eat. We're gonna chill out, chat around the fire, and probably be up early in the morning to go fish. We're gonna fish down here at Pentad Lake. Collin's gonna fish over here tonight. And yeah, it's just been a killer day. Just absolutely killer day, though. We'll see what we get tomorrow. Hello again, day 2. Probably the latest backpacking start of my entire life. Although, we have fished for a good few hours now. We have 4, I think. 4, 5? 5. The amateur, myself, has 1, and Collin has 4. Collin got a really good one, actually, like a pretty good sized one up at Favonius Lake. Good 14-incher or so, which based on the data, says that that's well above average. So yeah, it's beautiful out again today though. We're at Pentad right now. We just got done fishing here. It's almost 12 o'clock right now, so we're getting out there pretty late, but we don't really have to go that far, and we're probably going to fish Wounded Man Lake once we get got to go up and over Jordan Pass here and then drop into the next basin, which will take us into Wounded Man, Pinchot, Rainbow Lakes, Owl Lake, just a ton of lakes. But probably going to hit up Wounded Man and fish a little bit, and then the goal today is to go to Diaphanous Lake, which are supposed to have some pretty interesting Arctic grayling fish in there. So we'll see if we can reel those in later tonight. But yeah, should be a little bit easier of a day. I essentially didn't sleep last night, so I'm sure I'll be moving quickly. And yeah, that's anything else?
Bring a mosquito net.
Oh, don't forget your mosquito net. I've basically given up on the war against mosquitoes, but Collin has not. He's given it a real strong fight. So yeah, don't forget your mosquito net. They're really bad. They're probably the worst I've seen, actually. Yeah, they don't stop. So, but I've kind of given up on it. I've just succumbed to their existence. So, anyways. Well, folks, we made it to what arguably might be the best lake out here. We'll find out tomorrow and whatnot, but we're at Wounded Man Lake. This place is incredible. We're actually camping here. We changed plans and are not going to Diaphanous Lake, particularly because I was very tired. Fatigue was really getting to me, and so it wasn't even the hardest day either, but I think just because I didn't sleep hardly at all and hard day before made it pretty tough today. So got a little ground to make up, so to speak, tomorrow. We're actually gonna go to Diaphanous in the morning, do a little trek up there without the packs and stuff, go check it out, go fish this lake. Fishing here is great. Collin caught the biggest one we've seen yet now, which was close to 16 inches, 15, 16, a little bit bigger than the other biggest fish. And then I got a pretty good one as well that was probably 12, 13, something like that. Maybe given a run for money on second or something of that nature. But I think all in all, what did we get, like 5 or 6 here?
5 today.
5 today? In total, or just here? Just here.
Sure.
Yeah. We fished earlier. Yeah.
Oh.
It's been a long day. But yeah, 5 fish here in a couple hours. Good sized on all of them. They all, I think, were 10 inches.
All above 10 easy.
Yeah, a lot, just jumping like crazy out here. But the views here are just absolutely incredible. So pretty happy that we're at this campsite. Fantastic campsite. Really no complaints other than the unprecedented amount of mosquitoes, which
Have died down now.
yeah,
They
have died
much,
now
much
that this
worse.
fire's warmed up. But I have absolutely lost the mosquito war. I've absolutely lost that war, but took the head net off because the fire's warmed up here. But other than that, I mean, pretty good day all the way around. Just very, very hot. Good trail. Saw one bear track. No bear, though. Haven't seen any animals out here, which, from what I've read, is actually slightly common. That there's not as many on the Beartooth sides as there is the Absaroka side of the wilderness. But yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna do another fishing day. We're gonna fish probably 3 or 4 lakes tomorrow, and then we're gonna finish with a pretty small cross-country section over to Mirror Lake. So all told, tomorrow will probably be somewhere around 9 miles, something of that nature is my guess. Today we only ended up doing 7 miles.
7.5.
What's that?
7.5.
7.5, sure. 7.5 with backtracking to find this wonderful campsite. So yeah, we just wrapped up dinner, or are wrapping up dinner that is, and just kind of hanging out and enjoying the views, and get to bed early and wake up in the morning and do it all over again. And yeah, tomorrow we go to the Rainbow Lakes, Lake Plateau area. So let's see how that kind of rivals the other plateau section that we were in. I was just saying a moment ago, I really don't think that we're going to find a better lake than this one, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. So, sunset's looking incredible right now, and we're going to get a little shot of that, see what that looks like.
Bring a mosquito net.
All right, we're getting ready to head out now for day 3 into the rest of the Lake Plateau area. Went to Diaphanous Lake this morning, which was stunning. That entire meadow area up there was pretty incredible. Looked a lot like this, but just another lake and whatnot. The Arctic grayling in the lake did defeat us. There were numerous fish up there, but no matter what we threw at them, they weren't interested. So we went for about 150 up there, but yeah, we had a better day fishing yesterday than we did today, that's for sure. So far, that is. We still have many lakes to fish today. So a little after 10:30, we're gonna head up to Owl Lake, Pipit Lake, and then the Rainbow Lakes. We're gonna fish all of them, and then over cross country over to Mirror Lake, which is just a little bit of cross country, nothing crazy. Cross country over to Mirror Lake, that's where we're gonna stay. And yeah, they say the other side is more spectacular, which is a little hard to believe so far, but we'll see. We'll see what's in store. So it's another perfect day out. It feels like it's 100 degrees. I took Collin's approach and I'm now wearing long everything, and to some degree I'm regretting it already. But then again, I also haven't been bit in the last 10 minutes or so. Huh?
That color is wild.
Yeah. Alright. We're done with day 3 here. Did about 9 miles. From Wounded Man, we did 2 miles up to Diaphanous, where we struck out repeatedly for the Arctic grayling. Is what it is. They restocked it, or they stocked it last year, so perhaps they're too small, or just don't know what they're after at this point, but not sure. Either way, we didn't catch any up there. Beautiful lake though. Backtracked back to Wounded Man, packed up, hit up Owl Lake first, which was absolutely gorgeous, arguably my second favorite lake out here, and then hiked over to Pipit Lake, which led to Collin catching the biggest fish of the entire trip. Pretty good sized one. That was a gorgeous lake as well. Hopped over into the Rainbow Lakes Basin, and all of that is like within, from Owl Lake to Rainbow Lakes, I would say middle of the Rainbow Lakes is only like a mile and a half. We actually, by the time we had hit the bottom of the Rainbow Lakes, had only done 5.5 miles in the day. So we were fishing pretty much all of them. Did pretty well today. I would assume Collin in total caught like around 15, and I think I probably got 7 or 8, which pretty happy with, given I've essentially never fly fished. So fishing in general though is great here. We actually haven't fished. We're at Horseshoe Lake, which was not where we intended to camp, but figured it was in our best interest to get down here because we're closer to the car. We got about a 9-hour drive back home tomorrow, so closer we can get to the trailhead, the better. We actually haven't fished it, but based on the way they're jumping right now, it looks like it's probably fantastic fishing once again. So, all in all though, this has been just a truly outstanding trip. Literally the only downside is the never-ending mosquitoes that you can see and hear in probably every shot. But yeah, I mean, if you remove the mosquitoes, this is easily one of the best places I've ever backpacked by far. It's probably in my top 5 best places I've ever backpacked. So it's been a great trip. It's been a great trip. Probably won't have a ton to really even shoot tomorrow. We're gonna get up very early before the sun's even up. And we only, I think, have around 5 to 6 miles to get out of here, so won't be a ton to showcase tomorrow. And yeah, looking forward to, as great of a trip as it's been, looking forward to, of course, heading home. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed, and it's been a good time. So cheers. Made it, finally. Took us 6.5 miles, I think. 6.5 miles down, like 2 hours, 45 minutes down. It's 3,000 feet straight down though, so it was not the quickest downhill. Feet are already hurting a little bit, and we still have 1.5 miles up the road to get our car. So
Without packs.
Yeah, exactly. No packs, so that'll be great. It'll feel like nothing actually. But pretty good morning. We didn't see anything. Nice and cool. Trip was incredible, as expected and as expressed, literally every day. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here and hit our 9-hour drive home. So yeah, I think that's it.
Bring a mosquito net.
There you go. Bring a mosquito net. You're gonna need it. Cheers.